This sweet pepper pasta is one of my favorite meals, and it's perfect when I need something quick and delicious. It only takes a few ingredients and doesn't require time to make a marinara sauce since we're letting Rayo's do the heavy lifting for us. Instead, we'll focus on properly seasoning and browning our beef, sweating our aromatics, and making sure we have a well-balanced sauce that properly clings to the pasta. I still got to sneak a workout in and shop for the rest of this week's recipes, so something that takes just 20 minutes is amazing. Start by cutting your onion in half and trimming your stem end. I like to peel the outer skin and the first layer of the onion, as it can often be dry and tough. You don't need to throw it away though. We can get a gallon freezer bag and save it for stock. Place your onion in half flat on the cutting board and make a series of vertical cuts along the y-axis. Hold the top of the onion steady with the tip of your fingers and curl your knuckles back to avoid nicking yourself. Make a few horizontal cuts along the x-axis. Turn your onion 90 degrees and begin chopping down along the z-axis. Next, take a carrot, peel the outer layer, and trim off the ends. You can save those trimmings as well. Make an initial cut to create a flat surface to balance the carrot, then turn it onto that side and begin slicing thin planks. Turn your planks into thin spears, rotate 90 degrees, and then get yourself a nice dice. This recipe is elevated by our friends over at Caruso's in Chicago. This is their hot giardiniera that I put on basically everything. Our friends Breville, who are amazing enough to send over this induction cooktop so I can really be precise with my temperature control. And my friend Stiliani from Noble Plateware in Brooklyn made all of these custom eggshell ceramics. You can find all of my affiliate links and discounts on my website linked down below. Back to the recipe. Take your sweet yellow pepper, with your knife, cut vertically into the flesh, then angle your knife downwards and slide it into the pepper and run it around the interior, separating the pepper from the ribs, and it allows you to get all the flesh without any waste. Remove any extra white pith, create some spears, and another final dice. Go ahead and grab a non-stick pan, get it on medium-high heat. You're going to want to throw in a little bit of olive oil, and after about a minute, add a pound of 8515. You're going to want to break up your beef so it has a lot of contact with the pan and aggressively season with salt and pepper. Let it form a nice crust and don't touch it for another minute. After a few, give the pan a little toss and break up some more of those bits. You should be seeing some nice color and caramelization, and that's going to add all that flavor. Now you can reduce your heat to medium-high, and at this point the beef rendered off a lot of its juices and they should be accumulating in the pan. So now we can start adding our aromatics and building another layer of flavor. Carrots are a bit tougher, so they're going to go in first to give them a head start. They're just going to add a ton of sweetness to this dish. Next, your onion. That gets a nice toss to get evenly coated in oil, and you're going to let that go for 2 to 3 minutes. Keep an eye on it, keep stirring, make sure it doesn't brown. You want those onions to get translucent and the carrots to start softening up a bit. Now you can season with a bit of granulated garlic and go right in with your sweet pepper. After another 3 minutes of cooking, add your thinly sliced garlic and finally our sweet, spicy, tangy relish. Give it a nice toss, let all those flavors meld. Then we'll go directly in with the whole can of Rayo's. Let it come up to temperature and turn it down to a gentle simmer. Stir that occasionally for another 5 minutes. As this is going on, you can get a pot of boiling water, salt it. I went with some linguine for about 8 minutes. Count for the additional cooking that's going to happen within the sauce. Toss them right in, incorporate some of that starchy water that you've reserved, and just continually fold and toss to emulsify the sauce. It's totally up to preference. You could add a bit of butter here to make it a little creamier. I went with a little bit of Parmesan Reggiano, and I just kept folding the pasta over and over, adding a bit more starchy water to get that perfect consistency that I like. This just goes to show, with the proper tools and technique, some basic knife skills and curiosity, you can teach yourself how to cook. Let me know if you guys enjoy this longer format. Thanks so much for your support. I really appreciate it. We'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay hungry.